Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. On our last video, I introduced the entire interface of Blender to us, and I showed us the functionality of most, if not majority, of the icons that we've seen on our interface. I've explained everything, but there are only few that I'm yet to explain, and it's simply because I promise that when we get to the point where we need those tools that are quite complex, then that would be the proper moment to introduce those tools. So right now we are in our Blender and we want to get straight to work. So right now we want to start by modeling. That's the first step. After you are aware of all the things you need to know pertaining to the tools that will be needed, then you need to start by modeling. That's the first step into 3D design and animation. You have to start by modeling, by creating objects, little simple objects, before we dive into more complex objects. So right now, today, we just want to create a table and a share. So I think that's all we need to do. So I have my reference. So the first thing that you have to do if you want to um, start any project on Blender, you have to be able to look for a reference. That's the first stage. You look for your reference and you load it on your um, 3D interface and you get straight to work. So right now I'm going to show you how we can import our reference image, because the reason why we are going to be needing a reference is simply because a reference is just going to guide you through everything you want to do. It's going to guide your path. So right now you go to general, and then you find general. So once you click on it, I told you this is the default items that will come with it: the cube, the camera, and the light. So we can delete those by pressing, if you want to delete, you can press X and click delete, or you can just hit your delete button straight up and it's going to delete all the things on the interface. So right now I'm going to set my view and I'm going to bring in my reference by clicking Shift A. Shift A will give me all of these options. So I'm going to click image, and under image, reference. Give me a minute. I want to confirm the name of this reference. So once you're in Once you find your reference, load it up. I need to download this reference again because I don't know why it's giving me this attitude. So let's look for it again. This is the same file. So we save it again. I don't know why my reference is not showing. If I copy the image, so let's do that again. We have to download another reference. I think this reference is, and I really love the reference, but I don't just know what is wrong. Okay, we can talk to take a screenshot. Yeah. Now we have our reference. I had to screenshot it because when I try to download, it's not working. So Shift A, image reference. Yeah. So I go to the folder and I upload there. You can see finally we have our reference in the viewport. So you can see that's our reference. So I had to scale it up by pressing S for scale. And if I want to grab it, I'll press G to grab. Don't forget G. Anytime you see me move something, it's because I press G for grabbing the object. So right now, hey God. So right now we're gonna start by modeling our 3D stuff. So first things first, we're going to carry a cursor and we're going to place a cursor to where we want to start the modeling. So once you so right now we have placed the cursor where it should be. I told you earlier that this cursor will help our object to stay in place. So first thing we bring in the plain mesh. You press Shift A to bring these options out. So we go to mesh, under mesh. If you want to create any object on 3D, it has to be a mesh. It has to start with a mesh. So I'm just going to put in a plain mesh and I'm going to rotate it by pressing R to rotate. So I've rotated 90 degree. So I want to bring this mesh to the front because as you can see it's staying in the back of our reference. So load it up to the front. Then we set our view. Then we scale it more because we need to make sure that it fits the design we are trying to create. So I'm going to place it correctly and I'm going to switch to wireframe mode. So now that we are in the wireframe section, I'm going to press tab to go to edit mode. So right now we are in edit mode, as you can see. So I can copy each vertex and align it the way I want. So if I take this vertex, I can grab it and put it along just to make sure that um, this thing is being positioned correctly. So after I can see that it's been positioned correctly, I can even add a loop cut. I'll be showing you the loop cut. No, no, no. I'm not adding a loop cut yet. Not yet. So the next thing is I'm going to be extruding. I've clicked this two side. I want to extrude it. So I'll press E to extrude. Now move my mouse upward. As you can see. So I'll press E again to extrude and E again to extrude and E again to extrude. I'll keep extruding. So I'm going to zoom out to see what's going on. Okay, we zoom back in. So E to extrude, extrude again. So right now, I'm going to highlight this too. I'm going to extrude it out to follow this line that we can see right now. So I'm going to zoom out so that I can see what I'm doing very well. So I'm still going to press G to grab this extruded part and put it where it's supposed to be. So you can see now it's not even there yet. How to make it look okay. So I'm going to extrude one more time here. That's it. So I'm going to copy the two vertex at the down part. And now I'm going to be extruding downward. So E to extrude. I'm extruding downward now. E to extrude again. So you can see now. And E to extrude one more time. So, so I'll make sure it's in place. And I'll just So right now, so this is it. We are still working. So now we're going to be extruding a few more times. We copy this part, we extrude, E to extrude, E to extrude. Uh, this part as well, we're going to be extruding it upward, E to extrude upward. So we still have to extrude a little bit more. So now that we've extruded this part, I'm going to copy this part and extrude it along this axis. So now we're going to be copying this too. And only we've already copied three, so we're going to be removing this one. So we could extrude very well. Initially, we can just bring this to here like this. Can bring it this way and stay like this. Grab the second vertex and make it to align. So now zoom out to see what we're doing, and we continue. So we are still going to keep on extruding. We're going to highlight these two vertex at the top, then we extrude. We're going all the way to the top. So we extrude again, all the way to the top. So we extrude again. Finally, we are at the top. Yeah. So now we zoom out to see what we've done so far. So you can see we were able to create um, one face of this shell. So now let's take this back to solid preview mode. So this solid preview is going to show us our mesh in solid mode. So now once we have that, we can just um, hide our reference for now. So I told us about this outline in a previous video, that this outline you can use it to make sure you rename everything to fit what you are creating. So this is my reference. So if I click here, it's going to hide it. As you can see, these are mesh. So this mesh right now, so what we gotta do is highlight this. So you can see now it's plain, it's flat. So we are going to be giving it some body by extruding. It has to be in edit mode. Then you highlight everything and you hit extrude. Once you hit extrude, it's gonna make your object look like this. You can see now that we are getting there gradually. So now that we've done that, we go back to object mode and we duplicate. To duplicate, just press Shift D to duplicate and you move it along the axis you want to go. If you duplicate and you draw your mouse, it can go anywhere, but it might not be accurate on the viewport. Just like if I set my orthographic view, you see that it doesn't rhyme. So to do that, what we just have to do is you have to move it along. Okay, that's the original. So to duplicate, Shift D, and you press your location together with it. So your location will give it a more to give it accurate movement. You can see our share is almost done, as you can see now. So let's bring back our reference to see what else we need to do. As you can see, I only molded one side. Now I have both sides. All I just have to do is to put in this wood all around. So let's start. I'm going to put in wood here, and here, about three. Okay, so let's hide our reference. At this point, we need to be hiding the reference most time now. So now we are going to be putting our cursor somewhere around here. So we are going to be adding another mesh. So this time around, let's make it cube. Yes, so we have our cube. So we are going to be scaling it, and you grab it. When you scale, you grab it so you can position it well. Then you turn to the other orthographic view. You see that this thing is too big like this. So all we gotta do is to scale it. You scale it along Y axis. If you check my previous video, you know how to scale and how to do most of the things that I'm doing right now, because I've explained all the basic fundamental knowledge you'll be needing in that video. So we can still scale this one just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So let's move it a little bit. Perfect. So now let's duplicate it. Let's check the reference first. So you can see now. Okay, we need to move this up a little bit. Let's move it up. That's enough. Shift D to duplicate, and we'll move it again. Duplicate. So we duplicate one more time. Shift D, duplicate one more time. You can see that's it. So right now we'll be bringing those. Let me hide my reference. Zoom out just to see what's going on. You can see our share is on the way. So now we're going to be copying this part and putting it here. So to do that, set your orthographic view and duplicate. Shift D to duplicate. Then move your mouse to the location that you want to put and duplicate again. bring it here. So let's see now. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So now I will have to bring my reference to the side, not on top like this. Now I want my reference to be beside it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on reference. Now press G to grab it along y-axis. Okay, very good. So right now, the next thing we have to do now is we look at at our reference and we create with it. So basically now I've checked and I see that okay, we just have to this we have to duplicate it some couple of times. So shift D to duplicate, then you drag it upward. So do that again, shift D, then you move it along Y axis. Yes, you can see now. So we want a flat wood on top of the shell like this. So we are going to be putting our cursor in place. Let's set our view very well. So let's put our cursor at the middle. Then you bring in you can bring in a plane or a cube, whichever one you bring in is fine. So when you bring this in, you scale it a little bit, then you move it along y-axis just to make it cover the whole thing. So you move it up a little bit, then okay, go to edit mode and you extrude it just a little bit. If you zoom out now, check it based on the reference. See that there are still some mistakes. So we check under to now. So if you move this, yes, so what we do now is we click this face selection mode and we highlight this face. So once you highlight this face, you're going to grab it and move it in, include the location you want it to go. That's it. So this place too, grab it and move it inward just a little bit, you see. So we just need to fix the down part, the other side. Mhm. So here now we'll be creating a loop cut. Control R to create a loop cut. So you move your loop cut to where you want it to be. Yes. So we'll be creating two more loop cuts. So Control R. So you can move your mouse up to increase the number of loop cuts. So you click enter and you position it. So there's this other loop cut. I want to move to the other side. Okay, so if I click one, okay, let me use the vertex selection mode. So if I highlight one vertex and I hold my Alt to highlight the second vertex. Okay, you know what? Let's add one more loop cut. Let's add one more loop cut. Control R. So bring it right here, very close to the, yeah, yeah. As you can see now, you see that in this place we have to move it in just like our reference. So you select this face and you move it in by um, you extrude it. So when you extrude it, it's gonna move in by itself. So you do it to the other face. You click the face and you extrude it in. So you can select this face and delete it. Delete it. Ó ti ń kú látẹ̀ẹ̀kan, bó ṣáà ń kú tó. Mm, So we have some issues here right now. All we just have to do is Ctrl Z to bring it back. So I'm trying to dissolve this face. Okay, let's work here first. So I'm going to click this one and delete face. So we delete the unnecessary faces. Yes, so I've been able to fix that. for this side. Let's do the same for the other side. We can, okay, yeah, so we click face selection mode. You highlight this face, delete face. Highlight it, you right click and delete. So right now we've done what we need to do. And for this last part, you select all the face. If you select one face and you want to select another one, it's automatically going to select that one alone. So for you to select more faces, you need to hold your shift while selecting the other faces. So once you have selected all the faces that you want to select, the next thing is for you to, you're going to be grabbing this one now, G for grab along Y axis. We are grabbing this along Y axis. So that's it. Yes. So our share is set now. Our share is all set. Almost. Let me check. Go back to object mode. So I'm going to check around to see if there's any default. Okay, so we're going to click this, select what's the name of this one? So edge selection. Yeah. So select this edge and you grab it along X axis. So we did the same for the other side too. Select this edge and we'll grab it along X axis. So as you can see, we are literally done with this shear. We are done with this shear. But from the look of things, it looks as though one leg is longer than the other. And the reason is because um, of the position that our reference is facing. That's why um, this error was in place. So this is how we can fix it with, we are going to set the view. We go to wireframe mode. So once we are in wireframe, then we are going to click on this, yeah, and tap to edit mode. We make sure it's we are in vertex selection. So vertex selection right now. So we grab the leg and we are going to be press G to grab it down. G is going to put it in place. So and this other leg to create an edit mode. Select the vertex and grab it along Z axis. Yeah, done. So right now we are done with our share. So it remains the table, and that's it. So you can see everything is in place right now. It's, let's grab this one to y-axis a bit. Yes, this is good. So we are done with that. So make sure you always save your work. Every project that you do is very important for you to save them. So because if you do not save it, if your system shut down all of a sudden, that means you are going to be losing all your work. So I go back to object mode. I'm done with the share now. You can see very simple. So we are going to be doing more of simple object like this, more of that. So right now let's create the table with it. Let's create the table. We bring back our reference and we set our viewport. So this table is not going to take much of our time. All we just have to do is um, we put our cursor in place. This is our cursor. We put it where you want it to be. So I want it to be here. Then Shift A. I'll add. Let me add a plane. So I'll rotate my plane. R to rotate along y-axis 90. Yeah. So I've already rotated. Okay. I think the mesh is behind this. So let's bring it forward. So we are here now. So all we have to do right now is to rotate this. You have to rotate it. Oh, no, no, let me do it that way. Don't want to do it that way. Let me change this. Let me delete this. So let's do it again. Shift A to add a cube. Let's add a cube. So we're going to be scaling this cube. Scale along Y. Scale it a bit. Bring it down. So we scale it along Z. So you turn to the other orthographic view just to see what you're doing. So this is it. You scale it along X axis. As you can see now, this is the X axis. So we scale it now. You still need to scale it more, a little bit more. So you zoom in, then you scale it along Z. Yes, so once you've done that, Next thing is that we bring in another cube, or we can even duplicate this cube. Shift D to duplicate. So we duplicate this. We can scale it along Z axis. We can scale it along X, along X, no, along Y. It's going to be Y, Y, you have to show. Yeah. So now we change the orthographic view and we scale again. Scale along X. I think that's okay. Now that we've scaled it, the next thing is that we have to um, this face now. Wait, this face we have to take it to edit mode and face selection. You select this face, you press I to intersect the face. So once you have intersect this face, you can extrude it inward by clicking E for extrude. Yeah. So we are going to be adding one more mesh. That's Shift A. Oh, sorry. Make sure every time you want to add a new mesh to the scene, make sure this is always in object mode. So it can help to separate those mesh. Shift A, go to mesh, add a cube. So once you add a cube, you scale it. Let's scale this cube a few more times. Yeah, so you grab it and you position it properly. Yes. So now you can scale it along Z axis. And you see, so you duplicate, Shift D to duplicate along X. When you see a red line drawn on the screen, that means you are taking the mesh in X direction. So Shift D, we are going along Y. So very good. Let's kill this one soon. Yes. So let me hide my reference. Yes. So you can see now our table is set. Our table is set. You can see very accurate and it's quite incredible. So we can just now I told us that concerning this outline, we need to really work on this outline by all this queue, if you are to rename it one after the other, it's gonna take your time. So all you just have to do is to right click here on this outline and create new collection. So this new collection will help you to be able to group your mesh based on the object. You can put a lot of mesh together in one collection, like all the mesh that make up a share. You put it in one collection. So these are share collection. So check this out right now. So I want to check all the mesh that make up this share, and I'm going to put it in that collection. No, this one is not part. Yes, so I'll move it to share collection. So you can see now. So if I hide this share, it's going to hide all those elements. So we still have some more elements under share. So let's look for it. We have plane one, plane two. So we are going to be shift highlighting it. So let's bring this one to into the share collection. You can see all the old shares disappeared. Why? Because we've put everything in a collection now. This is going to save us a lot of headache. Why the rest of this? So we can quickly rename this mesh as table. Table, yeah, table. So we're having two collection here right now, which is a mesh, a table. You can see when I hide it, it can hide share too. You can see very good, very good. So let's take a look at our reference image. I think I've mistakenly grouped the reference image in one of this. Yeah, this reference is not supposed to be part of any collection. It's supposed to be on its own. Yes. Yeah. So we have two share and one table in the reference. So that's basically what we'll be doing right now. We're going to be duplicating the share and to make it align with the reference. So let's hide back our reference. So we come to this view, come to wireframe mode. You can see we highlight all the share now. If you highlight the share, now shift D, and you move it to the other side. And you rotate R to rotate and Z to guide the rotation, the movement. Yeah, so as you can see now. So if I highlight audio and grab it along Y, so I can move this one too. So once I'm happy with the position, I can rotate a little bit. This one as well too. I can also rotate it along Z. Yeah. So let me move our table to the front a little bit. Okay, I like it. So I want to move it to the front. G for grab and X for the location. Yes, very good, very good. So you can see we are done. So I can even make the share to be 4. So what I'll do is I'll just highlight this. Now duplicate it like along Y, grab it along Z, just to duplicate. I can rotate it along. So I can duplicate again and move it along Z, what X axis, I mean. So I'll just rotate it along Z. So if I go back to my solid preview, ooh, wow, you can see now. So let's just let me highlight this. So rotate it along um, Z just to create a little bit of variation. Or I can even make it look just like this one. Okay, let's do that. Rotate. Very good. So I remain only this one, right? So I can just copy it. So I can rotate it as well. R to rotate. Yes. So grab it along X axis. You can see now. Yes, so let me take you back to now. I want to go to rendered mode. So in our next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to texture these objects. We created this from a plain mesh. Now see what we've done so far. So in our next class, I'm going to be teaching us how we can apply a real wooden texture on this table and chair so that I can make it look so realistic. So one more thing before we go. So if I click Shift A and I come to light, so we have different kind of light. We have point lighting, sunlight, spots, and area light. So we can add whichever one we want. So I'll go for the sun. So G to grab it and move it up. Because in rendered view, if you don't have the lights in your rendered mode, everything you created will be dark. Yeah, brother, how you doing? So I'm going to move my light this way and I can rotate it by clicking here. Make it rotate this way. So if I come here, I can increase the intensity of the light. If I come here, I can turn this up to 100. You can see. Let me check. I think it's too much. Let me put it in. This one is much more better, so I can make it warm a little bit. Yes. So you can see now we have our share being created from scratch. We have our share being created from scratch. So there's no camera here, so I would have just rendered one image, but we will do that when we complete this little project. So right now, what we have to do is to let me reduce this lighting strength. Yes, this one is much more better. So now we have our share being created, table and share, you can see. So I'm going to save my file now. So table, you press Ctrl S to save your file. Ctrl S to save your file. So once you've renamed the file, you click Save Blend File. So that's it. Our file is being saved. So that's that for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any question, I repeat, any question, kindly put it in the comment section and I'll be willing to answer you all. Drop your comments, drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.